Hey girl, so as promised, I was going to do a live today on how it feels to how to win in last place. So you get to see me twice today, and it's my birthday, so there's no other way I'd like to spend it and to tell you about my amazing experience at Mrs. International, and just to let you know how to overcome any defeat in your life, no matter what it is. If it's a pageant, if it's a job, if it's weight loss, if it is a direct sales goal you're trying to do, whatever that you have in life when you don't win at something. And I tell this a lot to my son. I have to teach this a lot to my son about you can't win at everything in life. So we're going to talk about that today on how to let a setback set you up for success for the future. Okay? So thank you. I just actually came from judging an interview. I judged an interview tonight. So I judged tonight 2 teenagers that are going for the Miss Cotton Festival, which we're judging tomorrow. But we had interview tonight, so that was fun to be on the other side of it as a judge, judging them. And that was interesting. That was fun to do. But tomorrow I'll be judging the whole pageant, so it will be fun. But I'm going to talk to you today about how to overcome any kind of setback in your life and what to do and what to learn from it. Okay, so I know so many people have asked me, what was it like last week? And I'm going to tell you all of the stuff that went through my mind, what I dealt with this week mentally, and how I pulled myself out of it, and what to do for the future now, okay? All right, so as many of y'all know, my past, how I've overcome 3 different eating disorders, but with that said, it's always in your mind. You can always go down that, it's recovery. So eating disorders, you can get healed and you can be in the recovery process of it. But mentally, it's a choice that you make every day. So as a former food addict, I have to deal with that every day. Am I going to eat my emotions today, or I'm going to deal with them head on? So that's something that I will battle with the rest of my life. But when I have setbacks, that's the first thing that pops in my mind is, okay, you should just eat your feelings. And that's not what we do anymore. So I'm going to teach you how to do that today. Okay, so I'm going to ramble probably, so let me start. So we all know that about my past, and I compare myself a lot to others. So after I won Mrs. Tennessee International, coming off from a huge high of winning, because that was a really hard competition, if any of those women that I competed with would have made a great Mrs. Tennessee International. But I took my job serious, very serious. So I did not take a break. From the day I won, I was on the phone immediately getting a hold of news coverage and media, because I wanted to get it out there about my platform so I could immediately go to work. I didn't have a director tell me what to do. My director is amazing. She's like, you do what you want to do. And so I just took off with it. And that's what I love about her. She's very encouraging, my director, and she allows me to set my schedule, do what I want to do, that kind of thing. But for the past 13 weeks since winning Mrs. Tennessee International, I did not take one break. There are some days I had 2 or 3 appearances. I was traveling, I was teaching, I was away from my son, I was away from my husband. I put in 820 hours in 12 weeks. On top of me coaching with interview, on top of me getting to the gym, on top of me watching the news, it was 14 hours every day for 13 weeks. So I didn't have a break at all. I went, I don't even know what word to say. I don't want to say that, that's inappropriate. But I went full force with it, and I enjoyed it so much. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks when they put me in a group with all these amazing women that I had to compete with. So I'm seeing all these women that I'm fixing to go compete with at International, and I'm like, holy crap. These are like the most beautiful, amazing, career-oriented, family-oriented, accomplished women I've ever seen in my entire life. So I immediately sat back and I thought, I'm not worthy to even do this. I mean, I don't even have a college degree. I went to beauty school. I have 2 different types of learning disabilities. I have speech impediment. Oh my God, I don't deserve to be going to this. So I immediately got in my head during the middle of those 12 weeks, me preparing for nationals. And it took a lot out of me. It took a lot of prayer. It took a lot of just determination to say, no, you know what? I won this title. I'm going to go and I'm going to have fun. And that was my main goal. My main goal was to go have fun, and my main goal was to get in the top 15 because the past former Mrs. Tennessees have all gotten in the top 15. So that pressure was on me that I needed to get in the top 15 to make my other former sister queens proud of me and leave their legacy as well. So that was my goal. Gearing up towards Mrs. International, I got really, really nervous. I got really quiet around my house. My husband's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm just trying to get in the right mental space for this and prepare myself so when I walk into a room full of 60 women, I don't freak myself out. Because as women, we all compare ourselves. It doesn't matter what line of work you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in a pageant. It doesn't matter. You can walk into a room at the bank and you have all these women around you. You're going to start comparing. And that's what I want you to learn from my mistakes. Don't compare yourself. Because you are beautiful, you are unique, and you are worthy of anything that you want to accomplish in life. Okay, so I get to Mrs. International and just blown away. It is just everything I ever thought it would be at a national. It was beautiful. It was organized. The women there, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I walked into orientation, and I'm an extrovert, but I'm also an introvert too. And so I had to force myself to get out of my comfort zone and talk to people because I was mesmerized. When I tell you I was mesmerized, I looked at these women, I thought, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. And it wasn't me comparing myself. It was like me admiring how amazing these women were. So I would look at these women and I thought, these women are so beautiful. I'm going to tell them. Because deep in my heart, I thought, oh, that'd probably be weird if I say that to them or if I compliment their clothes. But in my heart, I felt God telling me, you need to compliment these women because they might be feeling what you're feeling as well. And we don't know that, you know. So I started complimenting people because I thought, man, I'm going to be confident enough in who I am that I'm able to compliment somebody. And immediately in my mind, I already had the winner picked. I was like, I saw her and I was like, that's your winner. I just knew in my instinct, I was like, that's the winner. And I just started complimenting everybody and enjoying it. So the first day was orientation. Had a great experience at orientation. Second day, we went to an outing. We went to this Salt Workplace, and we went to a breakfast, and we went to the governor's mansion, and it was a lot of fun. And then we had a black and white dress-up event. So I loved it. Anybody that knows me knows I love glamour. I love to get dressed up. I loved every minute of it. I made good friends with so many of them, especially Mrs. Australia. She is so much fun. If we had a Miss Congeniality Award, she should win it. Just so these women were so genuine and had such a great heart and were doing great things in their community. It's just it was very inspirational. Okay, very inspirational. Then Wednesday we had practice and it was amazing. Like at practice we were all encouraging each other because those were long days. We had long practices where we were on our feet were hurting. And then as the week went on, I could kind of start seeing people start, you know, it's time to get serious. Now we're fixing to compete. And a lot of us had to pull ourselves away a little bit. I had to do that too. I had to kind of put my earbuds in and listen to some music and pray and just try to get, okay, let's refocus here. What are we doing? Let's try to be the best that we can be. That was my whole mindset every day was, how can I be the best version of Brandy? Because I wasn't going to compare myself to anybody else, because if I did, then I was going to lose. Mentally, I was going to lose, and I was going to go back into a downward spiral that I did not want to go back into again. So every day I set a goal for myself. I'm going to focus on today. What can I do to do better? So everything that I've taught in my Crowning Confidence curriculum, I'm again teaching myself every day. So every day I did that. And then we had Thursday, we had practice, and I had interview. I freaked myself out Wednesday night. I could not sleep. I was getting maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep. I couldn't eat because of my nerves. I started freaking myself out Wednesday night thinking, oh my God, are these judges going to like me? Are they going to understand my platform? Are they going to know all the work that I put into this? Are they going to, do you think they're going to like me because I'm blonde today, because of my hair? Who knows? I just didn't know. And so Thursday morning was my interview, and I had a lot of people call me and pray with me. And I walked down there and I had peace. And because I prayed, I said, Holy Spirit, use this as your tool. You speak through me. You calm my nerves. You help me be the best that I can be. You help me make me proud. I want to make myself proud, and I want to make you proud. So that I walked into an interview immediately saying that to myself, and it was amazing. The judges were phenomenal with me. I felt like I was able to show them my heart and soul. I left there feeling good. And then that night we had the gala, and I've had a lot of dress struggles getting ready for the National. A lot of dress struggles, a lot. And I put on this dress, who I thought that was going to be my dream dress. And I put on the dress, and my husband was like, that is breathtaking on you. And I was like, really? I probably should have worn this to compete in. I didn't even know. Because that was the second time I had put it on. And I was like, I feel like Barbie. I felt like Barbie all week long. Like all the Barbies I used to grow up playing with. And I felt like, I didn't even recognize myself in the mirror, because I'm like, who is this person? This like I literally thought I looked like Barbie all week. It was amazing. Because I know that was all God. That was God showing me that I am beautiful. Because there were months and months and months. There was 2 weeks before I left for Nationals that I felt so ugly. Because you know why? I got bad Botox. I went and I thought, I need to get Botox because I'm 40 and I need to get Botox. So I went to the doctor and I was like, I'm scared. Let me have some Botox. He injected it right there. I'm like, why did you put it right there? That's where he put it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then a couple of days later, I noticed that my smile was messed up. So this was 2 weeks before I left for Nationals. Noticed my smile was messed up. I was like, that's great. I'm going to look horrible because can't even smile. It hurt me to smile and hold my mouth open. So that was in the back of my mind. So I prayed that whole time, God, make me feel beautiful. Because if I don't feel beautiful, I'm not going to perform well. And so that was God working through me that last week. So as Thursday night hit, I just started feeling exhausted. Like I just knew I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping. I was so tired. But that's part of pageantry, because you're running on pure adrenaline right there. That's where all those months and months and months of the gym come in handy right there. So Friday was rehearsal all day, and then we had prelims. And I gave my heart and soul at prelims. And people were messaging me saying they watched it and I did such a great job. And I was like, oh, good. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. So Saturday was practice, and a lot of people got quiet at practice on Saturday. And I was one of them myself. I kind of had to set myself to the side, and I thought, okay, Brandy, if you by a miracle get in the top 15, you're going to have to answer the on-stage question. And it scared me to death because I didn't want to embarrass myself. I didn't want to end up on YouTube going viral like the, bless her heart, I don't know her name, a few years ago, Miss Teen USA pageant where she talked about the maps. Do y'all know that? I didn't want to end up like her. I told my husband I do not want to end up going viral, embarrassing myself. I just don't want to do it. So I sat there at rehearsals and just prayed and was going over all the politics because I had to watch the news every day. And oh my gosh, I could tell you everything that's going to happen on the news now. So I did that, and I prepared myself because I thought, okay, if you do get in top 15, you're going to have to answer an on-stage question. Well, finals started, and I had a peace about it on stage. I just had a peace come over me. I prayed. I said, Holy Spirit, if whatever your will is, let it be done. I just hope I made you proud, and I hope I made myself proud. So they called my name out, and I was like, they just called my name, and they called my name, which my heart was like this, and I couldn't breathe. I didn't even go down to the right place where we're supposed to stand, where we practice it. My mind just shut off. It went boop, and I'm like, what the crap just happened? Because I grew up on stage. I grew up dancing, and I can speak in front of thousands of people and not get nervous. Like that's what I love to do. Like I spoke in front of 3,000 women last August, didn't get nervous at all. So I'm like, what is wrong with me? My mind just went by. It just went gone. My legs started shaking up there. And then they called out all the top 15. I couldn't even tell you who they called out because literally I was still in shock that I was standing up there in the top 15. I was just shocked. And I could hear my director yelling for me. And I was by Mrs. Cannon, and I think I was holding her hand because I was like, if I don't hold on to something, I'm going to fall down. I just remembered that because my legs were shaking so bad. And they were like, okay, now we leave. And then we had like literally 2 minutes to get changed. So we got 2 minutes to go get changed, rush back up. Again, I'm still trying to process. I just got called out for the top 15. Trying to process all this, trying to remember what my 30-second platform speech was, because I have a bad memory. And I went back, so I was number 3, as I went around the corner, and I did not listen to what the other girl's questions was. I put my hands like here, and I kept on repeating my 30-second speech, because I didn't want to, again, embarrass myself and end up on YouTube. That was my number 1 goal. I was like, don't embarrass yourself, Brandy, because my husband would totally like film that and put it on YouTube. So I was doing like this, and then they call me out, and my legs were like this, like knocking like this, and I could not control it at all. Like I was just literally shaking up there, and I was holding my hands like this, and I was shaking, trying to just like breathe. I was like, I gotta breathe. I can't think. I have to breathe. And I remember doing my 30-second speech. I remember tuning up, as I call it. Like, I'm like, okay, you gotta suck back these tears. You cannot cry. You cannot cry. And I didn't cry, but I was holding it in. And then all of a sudden, I pull the question out of the bowl, and I said to her, it was a sweet lady that was a former queen named Rebecca. I prayed out loud. I said, Jesus, please don't let this be hard. And she laughed, but I pulled it out, and all I heard was the first 3 words that she said, and my mind went bloop again. I'm like, what is wrong? Process here. And I didn't fully hear the question, and I just start talking. Like my husband says, you don't think, you just talk. And I didn't think, I just let it out. And I was like, halfway through my answer, I'm like, what the crap am I even saying? Does that even make sense? I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know what the question is. And then it dawned on me what the question was halfway through my answer. And mind you, we had 30 seconds to answer this. And I'm thinking, well, I just blew it right there. Any shot that I had, it was gone. So all I could do was just smile. And I stepped off the little podium, and I smiled, and I immediately saw my husband, and I went right up to him, and I was like, I just totally screwed that up for myself. I blew it. I'm so embarrassed. All those hours of practicing, all that money I spent on interview, I said, I'm so mad at myself. I let myself down so bad. And he said, you did great. You did great. I said, no, I don't even know what I said. I don't even know what that question was. I just know I embarrassed myself and I let myself down, and I'm so upset. And he said, you're fine. Go. And then we had to go get changed for fitness wear. And I had my friends that were watching message me, and Miss Beverly was like, Brandy, you did a great job. I said, Beverly, I did not. I just totally embarrassed myself. And she said, no, you did fine. I will send you the video. And so she sent me the video, and I was like, well, it's not the best, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. I said, but it could have been a lot better. I knew exactly how to answer that if I had a moment to breathe and if I did not rush it. So I went back and I told my husband, came back up, and I was like, I'm going to do some squats right here in front of you. We're going to try to squat it up some. And I said, I'm going to have to make up for it in fitness wear and evening wear. That's the only thing I can do. I'm just going to have to make it up. And that's where the stage, I'm very comfortable on that part of the stage because, again, I grew up dancing. So I did fitness wear. I poured my heart and soul into fitness wear, poured my heart and soul in evening wear, and I left it at that. I was like, okay, God, I'm done. I did all I can do. I hope to goodness, I was still upset at myself for how I answered my question. And then they call out the top 5. And you're standing there thinking, oh God, please call my name. Please call my name. Please call my name. And then your name doesn't get called. And you're like, okay, 3rd runner-up. Please call my name. Please call my name. Please. And then your name doesn't get called up. You're like, okay. Then your heart starts doing this. Okay. And you're like, okay. 2nd gets called. 1st gets called. And you're like, you think they're going to call my name? Do you think they're going to, in your mind, you're thinking, are they going to call my name? And then your name doesn't get called. And then you're just and it's like I'm just trying to express what your body does, okay? You go into this shock. It's kind of like, what's happening? Like, is this real? Like, it's ending? It's over? And all these waves of emotions just hit me like, oh my God, the week's over. The fun is over. All the hard work I put into it, it's over. This is it. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like, I'm going to have to take off my dress. It's over, and I don't want to take off my dress. I want to do it all again. So those were like the emotions I was going through my head. Then I see my director come up, and she could not get on stage, so I squatted down to hug her and talk to her. And she's like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You did so good. I said, I did not, Hermione. I messed up my question so bad. I'm so mad at myself. And she's like, you're fine. You're fine. And so we had a ball afterwards, and I sat down with Hermione, and she just was encouraging me. This is my director, and I'm like, I said, I'm so mad at myself. I said, you don't understand how hard and how many hours I put in practicing interview, because that was my biggest fear, was to mess up my on-stage question. And she said, you did great. I was able to talk to 2 of the judges who were very encouraging to me. And then we had to pack it up, and I just remember being so sad, like, I don't want this to be over. And I did not get to say goodbye to so many of my contestant friends, like, because it was just like you just disperse, like, everybody, because you're tired, your family's there. I came home, and I came back to my room, and Michael and I talked a little bit more, and I said, Michael, don't be mad at me, but I said, my pageant career has just begun. And I want to do it again. I said, I have all these clothes. I want to do it some more. I'm going to be 41, and I feel like God has given me a second chance at life, and I'm able to go after my dreams now. And he said, whatever you do, I'll support you. So the next day, it just hit me like a ton of bricks, because, again, I didn't get any sleep, because that night I was going over and over and over in my head my question and how I should have answered it, and what if I did answer it correctly, would it have affected the outcome better? You start thinking about all this stuff. What was my dress okay? Was my fitness outfit okay? Did I need to lose more weight? If I modeled differently, would they like me better? If I was dark-headed, would they like me better? You start thinking about all these crazy thoughts in your mind. And then I stopped, and I was like, you know what? It wasn't my time. It's not my destiny. It's not my time. That's somebody's opinion. That doesn't devalue who I am as a person. So if you're in a pageant and you don't win, or you don't feel like that you place where you want to, it's not your time. And you can't let somebody's opinion of you stop you from who you are and what you believe in and who you are inside. Because at the end of the day, every woman on that stage would have made a great Mrs. International. I would have loved to go back this week and let's do it all again, and every one of us just walk away with a hug and flowers. I wish everybody could get a crown. And I think that's why you see all the little girls, the glitz pageants, the ones I'm used to, the little glitz pageants. Why they try to give every child a crown, because it's hard work, and little kids they deserve that. So that's why they have, Grand Supreme and Supreme and all that stuff, So they have all that. So I'm just saying, I've talked to a lot of my sister queens, and I know the feelings that you start questioning everything. You start questioning your wardrobe, your makeup, your hair, how you walked, how you looked, how you talked, how you made eye contact. It's all these little things that you start nitpicking. And when you start nitpicking, that's when the devil can get in. And for me, I had to do a really fast self-check, because I did not want to go back down to, okay, I'm going to starve myself, I'm going to eat my feelings, or I didn't want to go back to the bad habits. So when we got home, literally Sunday, we drove all day, and I laid down because I was so tired. I laid down in the back of the car, and I slept a lot of it. I talked to some of my friends on the phone, and Monday, oh my God, I felt like I gave birth, literally. Everything in my body, including my eyelashes, hurt. And I just laid in bed. I could not move. I was so exhausted. I couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom. That is how tired I was. I'm like, this is legit pageant hangover. This is legit. And my husband's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm not okay. I just need to lay here. I don't need to put on makeup. I just want to stay in my pajamas. I am depressed. I miss all my friends. I want to go back and do it again. Not to compete. I just want to go back and do it again, because I'm so sad that it's over. All this preparation, and it's over. It's like a wedding. You do all this preparation and then it's over. So it was like that on Tuesday. I laid in bed and I was like, okay, I've got to get back to work. I've got to get back to my unique business. And I immediately, boom, let me get my mind off it. Let's start working again. And I did that. Wednesday was a little bit better. I got out of the house because I had to take my son to the doctor for school. And I put a little bit of makeup on. I'm like, okay, I feel human again. I have a little bit of energy. And then yesterday it hit me again, like the wave of emotion hit me again. And I'm like, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I want to go back. I want to just put my dress on again. And I want to do my makeup, and I want to do it again. So I gave myself a few days off from doing my platform because, like I said, I had done so much with my platform for a long time, especially those 12 weeks. I put in 820 hours in 12 weeks. I was tired, and I needed to spend some time with my family. So today, I was like, it's back at it. So today I got up and I started booking more things for myself, and went and judged. And I went and judged some teenagers in interview for the Miss Cotton Festival pageant, which was good. It was good to be on that side to see what it's like from a judge's point. And especially an interview, it is so hard because judges get nervous too. Like I was like, I don't know what to ask these girls because I can't ask them all these hard political questions that I know in my head. I'm like, I can't be like, how do you feel about the wall? What can we do about our border problems? Like I wasn't going to do that to these teenage girls. So I was like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? I was just trying to make them like be warm and welcoming to them. But it was good to see that. And so tomorrow I'm judging a pageant, and it is so, I'm just going to tell y'all, it is hard to judge a pageant. It is hard to be contestant, and it's hard to judge it. And I'm sure I know it's hard to direct because I used to help direct glitz pageants, but it's hard on every angle. So my point is, if you're a pageant girl and you don't place where you want to, it's somebody's opinion. You have to go into it with the right attitude, that were you the best that you can be, because when you're the best that you can be, you find the crown inside of your heart. That is my crowning confidence motto right there. That is my mission statement. That is what I teach, and that's what I teach in my curriculum, is finding the crown inside of your heart daily, meaning be the best version of yourself, because nobody can wear a crown every day. 57 of us could not win that crown. So to win the crown, truly, you got to find it in here. So you got to find it in here, and then you are the winner. It doesn't matter where you place. It's did you become the best version of yourself? And remember, there's more pageants out there too. You can always go back and do it again next year, or you can take what you learned and put it towards your life. Put it towards your job. Put it towards your family. What did you learn about yourself? And I always say, keep a journal, like keep a notebook and think, okay, what did I learn from this? What can I do better next time? What can I do to work through these emotions? Because we're all human beings. We all want the best for ourselves and for others. I am tickled pink who won, because honestly, I had her picked from day one. I mean, I was like, I'm pretty good at this. I had her picked, So I'm tickled. I'm tickled pink to be in top 15. That was a huge goal for me. I'm thrilled. To me, I felt like I won. And I'm thrilled for all the ones that made the top 5. For the ones who I had picked that did not make top 15, you are a winner in my book, because to be in this caliber of competition blew me away. Like these women were amazing. Like when I tell you, it was like a fashion show every day. I loved it. I love seeing how these women's personalities are, how they dress, their accents, where they're from, hearing about what they're doing in their community. It was truly amazing. And when they say it's a sisterhood, it truly is a sisterhood. So I just want you to know that you can win coming in last place. It's all in your attitude. It's all in what you make of it, what you perceive of it, and did you become the best version of yourself? Like I learned some makeup tricks. I'm like, ooh, I learned some makeup tricks. Or I learned my hair looks better if I style it like this, or if I stand like this. You can always learn things about yourself to improve yourself every day. And so that's it. I just, people were asking me how things were going, and I'm like, I was depressed a couple days. I'm not going to lie. I missed it. I did not want to leave. It's kind of like when my son and I went on the Halloween Disney cruise. I didn't want to leave. I cried getting off the cruise ship, because I'm like, I don't want this to be over. I don't want to go back to reality. This is so much fun. It was the same thing for me. I did not want it to be over, because it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. For me to say, I went to a national pageant. What I saw on TV growing up, that was my dream, was to compete in Miss Tennessee as a child, and I wasn't able to. Like, I stopped when I was 17. I could have. My mom said I could have, and I just didn't. And I regret that. And so having the opportunity to go back and compete at Mrs. Tennessee International and win was a dream come true. And to go to a national pageant at that caliber was a dream come true for me too, because it's everything that I had ever envisioned. It's what I watched on TV growing up, and to be able to say I was 40 and did that and was in the best shape of my life compared to where I was 2 years ago, and my son watched it, and that's what he was in the audience, and I wanted him to see mommy worked so hard and set a goal for herself, because I want him to do that too in his life. I want him to work hard, set a goal, and accomplish what he wants to be. Okay? All right. So, that's it. If y'all have any questions, please reach out to me. I will be starting to do more makeup tutorials next week. You'll be seeing more of that coming up, and I'm excited. We have our unique convention in 2 weeks, and I'm so excited to see so many leaders that I haven't seen in a year. I'm excited about that. But I love you all. To all of my friends out there, stop comparing. You are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are special to me and to your family and to in God's eyes. You are uniquely created for a purpose, and I hope you find your purpose. Okay? I love you. Find that crown inside of your heart. And if you need more help, I do have my Crowning Confidence Facebook group. Feel free to be a part of it. So I love you all. May God bless you, and see you soon. Bye.